Yeah, things have changed on the party scene and the male and female interaction. It's all about attention now when it comes to the females. The males are scared to speak their mind and approach a women. Nowadays, you got to bring the own women, you got to bring sand to the beach nowadays in order to get a dance. You know, in most cases, women like dancing with themselves these days nowadays. They rather get attention because they can get everything else so easy. You know, as far as affection and intimacy, they're getting that from each other. You know, it's a new style out there. It's a new fad. They're getting affection and intimacy from each other. They don't need men. They get it from men sometimes, and they get it from men that like men sometimes. So they don't really need a masculine man to get affection from them. They're hugging their friends that like their male friends that like men. It's a lot going on. And they got all these new advanced toys, bedroom toys to help pleasure themselves. They don't really need or rely on men for that area. Once that's broken, hey, everything else is cream cheese. The devil is smiling once they don't depend on a man that they love or a masculine man for their needs, then that delete half of the equation, you know. So now the whole chemistry is off. The whole mechanism, the communication, the whole equilibrium is off because they're no longer relying on their natural source of affection, of attention. You know, they're getting it from guys who's now paying for it indirectly or who's serving them. So they're getting everything they want without the natural process. You know, they're getting synthetic love. They're getting synthetic love. They're getting synthetic everything. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on that they don't even know. A lot of the guys are confused. You know, they're saying it's the highest percentage ever in America where young men ain't getting no affection and not going on dates. You know, so that the male and female chemistry is way off point. And guess who's smiling? Yep, you got it. The devil is smiling. You look around, you're going to see women dancing with themselves. They might be dancing with, some of the guys are dancing with women that they brung to the place. Very rare they dance with men they met at the party. And, you know what I'm saying? Very rare. Unless he bought a table or he's supplying her and her friends with a lot of drinks and hookah and, and substances or something. You know, he's not going to get a drink. I mean, he's not going to get a dance. He's going to get, but he'll get a little dance if he supply her and her friends and invite, to his little section, little bar, a little area. But as you look around, most of the people are not really having genuine fun. They're having drunk fun and attention fun. They seeking attention, but not really having the fun. They're not having unconscious fun. They're thinking too hard. They're self-conscious. They're not really enjoying themselves naturally. You know what I'm saying? They got synthetic fun. They're thinking really hard and watching. They're watching who's watching them. They're making sure they got attention. They're very cautious. For the most part, they're very cautious and very observant of their surroundings. Even with the sip in them, they might get a little loose, but they're still very, very self-conscious of that. They're very subconscious of that. And it's sad, but that's what they're doing. They are really, that's what they're doing. They're really going hard with that. They really, they're just not interacting properly with the guys. As a, you know, you always got an exception, you know, but it's just not, you know, at one time in history, the movie showed how it was. The movie showed how it was when everybody was dancing with every male and female, you know, if it was enough, if it was even for the most part, every male was dancing with a woman at a party, most of them. You know, they'll switch or they'll wait till they turn or whatever, but nowadays it's very rare that, you know, nowadays the dance might last for 20 seconds and she may, you know what I'm saying, you know, at one point in time in history, a dance would last for 20 minutes to an hour. You could dance with a woman for 20 minutes to an hour, having the time of your life, you know. But now, you know, you'd be lucky to dance with a woman for 2 minutes, let alone 20 minutes or 2 minutes. But this is the times we're in. The devil loves this type of stuff. The devil don't like relationships between no type of relationship, especially one between men and women. The devil don't like no type of relationship, especially the ones between men and women. So this is something you just gotta, you know, you gotta come to grips with. You know, people looking around, they really want to have fun, but they don't want to look desperate. They don't want to look hungry. The guys playing it off. You know, they're not really in their natural element. Some, you know, some of the guys are more aggressive. They want to be more aggressive, but it ain't working. Being aggressive male, you know, grabbing a woman's hand and all that stuff don't work as much. It works 7% of the time. That's almost none. It's working 7% of the time if a man, an aggressive alpha male man just grab a woman, you know, hand and say, hey, let's dance. It might work for a second and then she'll pull off. Nowadays, women want to feel like they initiated everything. They want to feel like they initiated the dance. They initiated the keep in touch. They want to feel like they in control of it. If you're dominant, that's not, it's all right to be dominant if other women, they know other women like you. That's the common denominator to all this. The only cure for a man in this situation between this unequal dynamic, and whether it's fake or real or superficial, is once a woman see that other women like you, that are attractive, if they see that, they're going to act like they like you as well. They're going to jump on the bandwagon of approval. They're going to jump on the bandwagon of approval if they think other women like you, or if they know other women like you. If they know other women approve of you, then you're in. You're in for the money. You know what I'm saying? Then you're in. And it could just be because they want, you know, not for the right reason. It could just be because they want a piece of you. They want a slice of it. It's sort of like saying, everybody eating that cake, it must be good. Can I taste something? You know what I mean? So it's not that they really want you, you know, you be your wife and all that, but, you know, it's possible, but mainly because they just want to taste, because all of the other women want you. Oh, I want to know what's good about him, or everybody else taking a slice. Let me take a slice. So women have a tendency to really jump on the bandwagon with a lot of things, but especially when it comes to men. Especially when it comes to men, they'll jump on the bandwagon. That's why they have no problem dating another woman's man, husband, or anything like that. They have no problem doing that. And that's why I understand how it was so easy to have, you know, multiple wives in ancient times and biblical times, because they all stayed in line. It's harder nowadays to have one woman than to have 3 women. 3 women that know you're dealing with other women, they'll act better. They'll treat you better than if they just think you're dealing with them. You know, it's less disrespect. They know that if they can't play bedroom games with you because they know you have another wife. You know what I mean? So they're going to always try to give you their all if they know another woman is in the picture, whether it's your wife or just the other woman. So we live in strange times, man. Strange times, and this is out of sync. This is not natural. We live in an unnatural state right now, and most people don't even know it. That the male, that a lot of stuff is thrown off. The whole chemistry of nature is thrown off from social media, from ego, from certain trends. So their whole minds is brainwashed in ways that they don't even realize it. Their whole way of doing things is just brainwashed, and they don't realize it. They can sense something not right, but it takes so much mental strength to break through those chains of the matrix, the molding of their thought process, the molding of their perception. The molding of their perception is really ridiculous. I'm Allan, Reallionaire. Press like, subscribe, notification bell, subscribe to the YouTube link in the description box.